Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the first Women's Supa-Liga match of the round, and just as I started speaking, we see number 15 for Cockburn Wolves, Kate McAuliffe, put Wolves 1-0 up. For Perth AFC, who are running left to right on your screen, we have number 8, Lalana Richardson, 7, Caitlin Lewis, number 12, Suzanne Clark, number 20, Indiana Antunes, number 3, Corian Bangoyan, number 14, Alyssa Klump, number 6, Angela Medden, number 25, Amberly Hall, and number 4, Dina Soraya. For Wolves, we have number 1, Amalia Caceres, number 4, Claudia Hinzel, number 15, Kate McAuliffe, number 3, Brooke McMahon, number 16, Ryan Ferrido, number 12, Daniela Santich, number 11, Caitlin Mohan, number 5, Theodora Muthis, and number 44, Sophie Rennie. Rennie receives the ball, drops it off. Wolves passing the ball around. McAuliffe. Back to McMahon. AFC content to defend nice and deep and get a block defense. Rennie turns against Lewis, plays the ball for McAuliffe. She drove at Bangoyan, played McMahon, now Rennie. Hinzel back in possession, trying to draw the AFC players out. Wolves comfortable in possession until Hinzel just forced that pass. The ball was cleared by Richardson, but Wolves will be straight back in possession. McAuliffe back for Hinzel. Ball into Rennie. She's dropped it off. McMahon with a good run. McMahon turns and resets to Hinzel. Now Rennie looking for the run of McAuliffe, but the pass is out for what will be a goalkeeper's throw. Antunes plays Bangoyan. Lewis holding up the ball. Tries to play Klump, but pass too far behind the pivot who had come wide. McMahon receives, drops it into McAuliffe's feet. Good return pass by McAuliffe to McMahon. The shot saved by Antunes. Klump puts the ball out of play. Probably had time to have a touch. You can hear the instruction from the AFC bench to relax. Oh, good ball into Rennie. Definitely had more time than she realised there. Could have turned just on the top of the box. Could have been a very dangerous position. As we see Lewis turn over possession with the kick in. AFC creating issues for themselves. Simple situations. McAuliffe gets it back from McMahon. Cuts it back across. And that ball deflected in off of Richardson, unfortunately. An own goal for the Wolves. Puts them 2-0 up. Good ball there for Lewis, but well saved by Caceres. A good throw from her too, looking for Rennie. Well defended by Bangoyan. Wolves looking to keep possession, but Lewis intercepts that pass from Rennie. And then that ball was overhit for Clark. McMahon in for Ferrito. Dispossessed. Caceres is there though. And her throw for Rennie just on the half volley. Unable to be brought in under control by Rennie. Medden played the ball out for Clark. Clark back for Medden. Now for Bangoyan. Bangoyan looking for Lewis. Another errant pass for AFC. Again, at the moment, causing a lot of issues themselves. Certainly was not the case with the own goal from Richardson. She worked really hard to get into a good defensive position and was just a little bit unlucky. McAuliffe trying to beat Medden but can't. Now Medden for Bangoyan. Looking for Lewis. Finds her with a great ball. But touch let her down and Caceres is there to clean up. Good touch by McAuliffe. The number 15 looking to dribble at Bangoyan. Lewis helps double up though for AFC. Now Ferrito looking to slow the game down, keep possession for Wolves. Then she tries to thread the ball through for Rennie. Ferrito and McMahon exchange passes. Great ball by McMahon for McAuliffe. McMahon with the shot. Saved down low by Antunes. She drops the ball off for Bangoyan. Bangoyan, good ball through. It's brought under control by Clark, and the shot from Medden is out at the near post. Ferrito does well. Resets the ball to McAuliffe. She receives it back. Great ball from McAuliffe, sorry, from McMahon. She drives down, cuts it back looking for Rennie, but can't find her. AFC moving the ball around. That ball from Lewis, though, was blocked. Caceres is able to keep possession. She throws for Rennie. Nice touch by Sophie Rennie to drop the ball off. That pass by Hinsel was a bit loose. Asked a lot of McMahon. We've just had a little bit of a technical issue with our main camera, but we have one of our overhead cameras still, or multiple other overhead cameras still working. So you'll see a slightly different view potentially for a little while we work in the background to get that main camera back up and running. That shot from Klomp is wide. Oh, saved by Casera, so it's a corner. So Wolves keeping possession of the ball, moving the ball around. Ferrito resets to McMahon. Great ball for McCullough from McMahon, and a shot well blocked. Well blocked there by Clark. McMahon with space to drive into. She shoots, but it was a little bit half-hearted. And Tunez for Hall. McCullough for McMahon. Sorry, Hinzel at the left-hand post. Well saved down low by Antunes. McCullough looking for a return from Hinzel. That pass for Hall was a little bit overhit from Clark. Hall is very, very quick, but not that quick. Great ball from McCullough to McMahon. Oh, its touch was just very heavy. And Tunez now for Hall. And we have a timeout for Cockburn Wolves, so we'll be back in just a moment.
WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
We're back, Perth AFC, ball in for Lewis. The shot was heading towards Perth AFC's Soraya. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Now Antunes Lewis looking again for Soraya. Caceres with a good catch and a great throw for Hinzel. Terrific distribution by the young goalkeeper for Cockburn Wolves. Lewis now bringing the ball forward. Bangoyan's return pass intercepted by Ferrito. She plays. Hinzel has the shot. Saved by Antunes and cleared by Bangoyan. Cockburn Wolves ball. Rennie looking to exchange passes with McAuliffe. Soraya has it. Rennie runs her down though. Takes the ball from her, gives it to McAuliffe. Lewis now and Bangoyan. Back to Lewis. Looking for some movement in front of them. Lewis with a step over. Goes past Rennie. Tries to play the ball to the back post to Klomp, but it's well cut out by Hinzel. Now Rennie resets to Ferrito. McAuliffe making a forward run. Receives from Ferrito. Klomp gets a touch. Soraya putting pressure on Ferrito. Good challenge by Klomp. Hinzel dispossessed by Bangoyan. The shot comes, but it's wide. Doesn't trouble Caceres. Rennie receives from Caceres. Hinzel holding the ball up against Bangoyan. Needs help. Gives the ball away. Klomp receives. Turns. The shot is well saved by Caceres. Klomp with the ball in to Lewis. But out at the near post. Caceres into Rennie. Good movement by Sophie Rennie. Recent transfer to the Cockburn Wolves from the West Coast Cobras. McAuliffe with really good feet to get the shot away. Good run by McAuliffe. Receives it from Rennie. Klomp did well to get back and help. Just to get a touch to disrupt McAuliffe. Lewis to Klomp. Good touch by Klomp. She's well corralled though by McMahon. That ball will be a Perth AFC ball. Now Bangoyan looking for the run of Lewis. McMahon blocks it though. McAuliffe drives forward. Kate McAuliffe is such a well-balanced player. Her dribbling ability is terrific. Just gliding forward with the ball. I think she copped a bit of a kick there. Ferrito now resets to McMahon. Into Rennie. Rennie does well with a little back roll. Now McMahon's able just to reset to Ferrito. Caceres gives the ball away to Bangoyan. Soraya carries forward. Richardson cuts inside, but the ball's out of play for a Perth AFC kick-in. And McAuliffe driving, cuts the ball back. It's saved. And that will be halftime. A good save right on the cusp of halftime from Antunes. That would have put the Wolves 3-0 up and probably made it almost an impossible task for AFC. Antunes has kept them in the game at this point. We'll be back very soon for the second half. All right, we are back for the second half. Cockburn Wolves 2-0 up, courtesy of an own goal and an early goal for Kate McAuliffe. Perth AFC putting pressure on Brooke McMahon, and they've won the ball. Lewis wanting it early. That ball was not placed on the line, though. Richardson too hasty to take the kick in, didn't get the ball on the line. Good ball from Hinsel into Rennie. Good control too on the turn after Rennie's pass was behind Hinsel. Rennie back to Ferrito. Richardson putting good pressure on her. McMahon now though. Hinsel accidentally left the ball. Medin and Bangoyan were exchanging passes, and then the ball forward for Lewis was unable to connect. McMahon looking for Hinsel. Finds a nice touch. Ferrito then back for Hinsel, looking for Ferrito's run. Lewis wins it. Has a shot. Well saved by Caceres. Hinsel looking for Ferrito. Richardson continues the pressure. Now Hinsel's got space. Great ball in for Rennie. Rennie, a little flicked attempt at goal when maybe just a solid inside of the foot finish would have been more appropriate. Medin now for Bangoyan. Hinsel cuts it out. Rennie tries to return it to her. Good skill by Bangoyan to turn. She's got no help in front of her though. Richardson now moves. Lewis looks up. Can carry the ball forwards. Looking for the run of Bangoyan or Richardson. But ends up in the arms of Caceres. Now McMahon plays the ball across to Hinsel. Back to McMahon. Rennie's gone into space. Lewis had lost her. And Tunes cleans the ball up. Lewis with a good touch pass. Rennie well defended. Medden putting pressure on McMahon. Ferrito looks up. Well defended by Lewis. Lewis has played a lot of minutes though. McAuliffe now back on the court. Looking for the run of Ferrito, who'd gotten in behind Medden. Finds McMahon. Antunes onto the post. Strong save by Antunes to keep the first one out. And then McAuliffe's follow-up volley just goes wide. AFC need to find a spark. At 2-0, the game's still within reach, but I think if it gets any further away, and the Cockburn Wolves team is full of young players who have got lots of attacking ability, it's going to cause AFC problems if they don't get on the scoreboard soon. That ball by Bangoyan was excellent, but Medden's touch let her down. And then she's let McMahon go. Good cover by Richardson. Richardson looking for Lewis, finds her. Everything's a little bit too static though from AFC. Lewis needs a little bit more help. Medden looks like she's in need of a break. Caceres for Ferrito. McAuliffe receives, looks for the 1-2 with McMahon. Another good little check run from McAuliffe. Now Ferrito resets for McAuliffe. Then to McMahon. She holds the ball up well. One of Coach Betim Zeba's instructions at halftime was, let's keep possession when we can. And the Wolves have done that very well. Ended up with a shot and a good save by Antunes. McMahon defends well one-on-one against Lewis. That shot is blocked by Hinzel. Ambley Hall back on the court. Richardson looking for Lewis. And the ball's ended up back with Lewis with the header. Good save by Caceres. Now Richardson or Lewis taking a little bit too long. Dispossessed by Rennie. Now Ferrito. Resets to McAuliffe. Out to McMahon. That ball will go out for a Cockburn Wolves kick in. McMahon wants to get the ball into the feet of Rennie. Ferrito now. Now Rennie's got it. Resets. Good pressure by Richardson and Hall. Now Ferrito. Good interception by Clark. She looks for Hall. Hits her in the back of the head. Rennie exchanges passes with Ferrito, then McMahon. Lewis intercepts and plays it for Richardson. Sorry, that's Richardson with the finish from Susan Clark to put AFC on the scoreboard. The score now 2-1. Good assist by Clark and finish by Richardson. And we spoke about it before that AFC really needed to be the next team to score. If Wolves had a 3-goal lead, that would probably be the end of it. But they've gotten themselves back into the game now. What can they do? Frito just waiting, trying to draw a challenge in. Lifted the ball over the leg of Soraya, but out of play. Clark for Hall, back for Clark. Out for Soraya. Then Clark again. Soraya out for Hall. Back for Clark, again for Soraya. AFC with a little period of dominance, but Rennie's driving forwards. Good recovery by Amberley Hall and number 4, Dina Soraya on this near side. Good block by Hall against Ferrito. After that short little stint of dominance from AFC, what can the Wolves answer with? McAuliffe gets the shot off. It's saved by Antunes, and another save by Antunes down low. Some interesting conversation coming from the Cockburn Wolves bench. As we saw Amberley Hall just unable to draw that pass in to go one-on-one with Caceres. Well done by Clark defensively. She nearly finds Hall. Good tackle. Excellent tackle by Dina Soraya to win possession for AFC. Now Clark for Klomp. Soraya with a bit of space has a shot. Saved by Caceres. She did parry it down, but Clark wasn't able to react quick enough to get there. Soraya's touch is out of play. Hall dispossesses Rennie. And then McAuliffe. She tries to feed Klomp, but it was just a little bit too heavy. Now Clark looking to press Hinzel. Hinzel keeps possession, then clears it into Clark. She finds Hall. Little 1-2. Just out in front. Too far out in front of Clark. Rennie unable to keep that ball in as it's shielded out of play by Amberley Hall. Clark for Hall. Back for Clark. Into Soraya. She's got it back. Left foot shot blocked by McAuliffe. Now can the Wolves break? No. Clark puts it out. Rennie for McMahon. Back for Rennie. Clark cuts that ball out. Can she finish? She can. Really good finish. The interception from Sophie Rennie's pass by Suzanne Clark puts Perth AFC level, 2 goals apiece. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. Now Cockburn Wolves need to come up with an answer. Having led quite comfortably and definitely looking like the team more likely to score, they now find themselves even. Hinzel got under that shot. Didn't trouble Antunes, who has had a very, very good game. Made some excellent saves to keep AFC in the game. The ball down the line from Lewis, just too far for Klomp. And now Lewis is driving one-on-one with Caceres, cuts it back for Soraya, and she finishes at the far post after really good defensive work by Suzanne Clark. And I will say, the number 12 for Perth AFC's introduction and her defensive work rate has really turned the tide so far in this game, as Perth AFC now find themselves 3-2 up. Lewis with the kick in for Clark. Soraya. Back for Clark. Now looking for the run of Lewis. That pass over hit. And that will be a timeout for Cockburn Wolves with 5:42 on the clock.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
We are back with a kick in for the Cockburn Wolves, deep in their half. With 5:42 remaining, Perth AFC pressing, and Suzanne Clark, a defensive rock for AFC that they have built their comeback on. Van Goyen with the shot, deflected out for a corner off of McMahon. At the moment, AFC making the most of the running and the momentum. Soraya for Clark. That shot well over. Caceres was looking for the run of Hinsel, which never came as she checked back to try and receive defeat. Clark for Antunes. Back for Clark. She's going to look for Bangoyan, who receives but is dispossessed by McMahon. Now Soraya has it back. Dina Soraya making a run. That pass was cut out by McAuliffe, but a little bit of a fortuitous bounce for AFC. Now Clark finds Dina Soraya. Oh, look for a little ball down the line for Lewis, but the run changed. And now Caceres for Hinsel. She looks for McMahon, but it's cut out by Bangoyan. McAuliffe gets the ball down. Looking to drive forwards. Dispossessed by Soraya. Bangoyan for Lewis. Wanting to get onto her left foot. Can't bring it back though. It's out at the near post. Hinsel for Ferrito. Trying to find McMahon, but the pass was wide. Soraya again getting a touch and the ball going to Bangoyan. Ferrito for McMahon. Hinsel looking to get in front. She does, but the channel was cut. Now McMahon makes a good run though. McAuliffe can get to that far post. Bangoyan defends well, but McAuliffe gets through to make it 3 goals apiece. Just as the clock ticks down to 2.5 minutes to go. McAuliffe got to the far post in that 3v2 and forced the ball over the line. Setting up a very interesting final 2 and a bit minutes, especially once we move down into the stop clock territory. That pass from Richardson. Well out of play. Again, Suzanne Clark's defensive work rate has really helped AFC to change the momentum. And Clark can keep that ball in after Lewis played the ball back to the goalkeeper for a second time. Good awareness from the AFC players to not allow an indirect free kick. Clark holds up McAuliffe defensively really well. Lets her teammates recover. Now, McAuliffe again against Clark. McMahon out to Hinsel. Good ball movement from the Wolves. Great pass into McAuliffe, who is again one-on-one with Clark. Feels like if McAuliffe is going to be able to have an influence in this last minute, she needs to get herself away from Suzanne Clark. That may be less of an issue now as Clark has just gone off. Now Bangoyan against McMahon. Richardson putting pressure on Hinsel. McAuliffe drawing in Hall. Amberley Hall got a touch on it though. Good save by Caceres from the shot from Bangoyan. AFC have an opportunity if they take the kick in quickly. Goodness. Wolves are making a substitution during that kick in. Richardson with a good turn. The shot saved by Caceres. Amberley Hall will look for Lewis's left foot here. The pass though was more to her right-hand side. Rennie with a good run to receive from Caceres. Hall's got to go with her. Now Lewis pressed by Rennie. She finds Ferrito into McAuliffe. Now McMahon with a great ball to the far post. And Tunez for Lewis. AFC wanting to get the ball forward. Klomp receives. 4 seconds. Richardson with the shot. And it's tipped over by Caceres with 1.6 seconds remaining. That ball again to the wrong side for Lewis to shoot on her stronger foot. The final score, 3 goals apiece. Perth AFC goals to Lalana Richardson, Suzanne Clark and Dina Soraya. And for Cockburn Wolves, 2 for Kate McAuliffe and an own goal. There were little chances for both teams at the end there. A far post ball that Sophie Rennie was maybe just on her heels for. Then that shot by Lewis tipped over And then another opportunity for Lewis, but the pass to a right foot instead of a left foot. Little details like that at the end of the game didn't help either team to get the win, but a very entertaining 3-3 draw. We'll see the stats up in a second. Oh, we may have already seen the stats. So for Perth AFC, there was 286 passes to Wolves, 353. AFC at 63% of passing percentage, Wolves at 70%. The passing strings, Wolves at 26, AFC only 11. But what matters is the final score of 3 goals apiece. We'll be back very soon with the next Women's Superliga match. Thank you very much.